Good morning. It is January 15th. We had treatment yesterday. So I'm doing okay this morning. I did talk to my nurse about the fatigue, and unfortunately, because my treatment is cumulative, as we move forward in the process, the fatigue will increase. It's just part of what it is. So try and get as much done as I can on the good days, and enjoy them as much as I can, and do what I can. So it's been a journey in listening to my body and reading the signs and knowing what it needs, and giving it time to rest, taking the naps when I need the naps. I have a lot of days where, I just cuddle up in my chair and I read or watch TV and just do what I can throughout the day. Last week I had a few good weeks. I was able to cook supper a couple of nights and get a few things done around the house, which does not happen very often. So kudos to my husband for picking up a lot of that slack. I mean, he is cooking 95% of the meals now and taking care of the house and me. So I'm working. But we're doing okay. Like I said, the fatigue is still by far the biggest issue I have. Hey Mom, love you too. Definitely still the biggest hurdle is the fatigue. But I stay by day. I do what I can. I rest when I need to, and once we come out the other side of this, it'll be, I think, a lot of the challenge will be getting my stamina back, getting my strength back, all of those things. I've already decided that when the time comes, I will have to talk to work, because there's no way I'm going to be able to go back to 40-hour weeks right off the hop. It's going to take time for me to build that strength back up, and all of those things. I mean, I do have a month off between chemo and surgery, so I can work on building a little bit of strength during that time as well. And then of course surgery and radiation. So it'll be a process. I think it's going to take me a few months to build this strength back up and get back to where, normal everyday function is capable and doable. So we do what we can. That's all there is to it. So, but yeah, I just kind of want to check in, let you guys know that I'm doing okay. Still fighting the fatigue. That is the biggest issue, is the fatigue. So, yeah, that's really about it. I mean, I think, no changes are good changes. Like when I go in for my treatment every week, they ask me if there's been any changes, and they like it when I say no, because it just means that, everything's staying where it should be. We did talk about the fatigue yesterday, and as long as I'm having a few good days, because they don't want to lower my dosages because of the type of cancer that I have, so that's not really an option. So unless I get to the point where I'm having no good days, it might be something we have to discuss. But as long as I'm still having a few good days a week and still able to function somewhat normally, getting up, showering, getting dressed, moving about the house, doing stuff, they'll leave it as it is. But she said, yeah, they do not want to have to decrease my dosages. So as long as I'm handling it and I'm still able to be somewhat mobile, then we just continue forward. This is my last month of every week, and we move into every third week after that. So I'm hoping that the longer spaces between doses will help me to bounce back a little bit more during that time. So that's also something that I'm kind of looking forward to. So yeah, but that's where we're at right now. Just trying to get back on track and getting back on our feet and just getting through this and getting to that end result where I am cancer free and getting healthy again. So Yeah, that's kind of it. I just wanted to check in. I know I haven't been on here much. Like I said, some days I'm just too tired to even think straight. So I think this, like the day after treatments, I'm usually feeling not too bad. So this will probably be the main day that I check in with you guys. So look for me on Wednesdays, I guess is what I'm saying. It seems to be the best day for me so far. And the nurse did say it's because they pumped me full of steroids and stuff yesterday to help with like 2 of the treatments I get before they start the chemo is a steroid to help with nausea, and then they Benadryl to help with any kind of allergic reactions. So that's typically why the day after you feel a little bit better, because your body's got all that extra stuff in there that they give you before they even start the chemo. So and then as the week progresses, of course, like tomorrow and Friday are usually my worst days. And then Saturday, Sunday, I start feeling better. Monday's not usually too bad of a day. And then, of course, Tuesday, we're back to start it all over again. So I do find the shots that I'm taking, I still have to do the shots for 3 days, starting today. They too tend to kick my butt a little bit. But that's, again, it's just something that has to be done. I have to keep those white blood cell counts up in order to do the treatments. Hi, Stephanie. How are you feeling? Yeah, in order to keep my blood cell counts up. Because if they go down too low, that would delay my treatment. And again, that is not something we want to do because of the nature of the cancer that I have. They can't delay my treatments at all. So we have to keep moving forward. We have to keep doing the things and all of that kind of stuff to stay on track and to stay in that 6-month window that we want to have this done in, so that we can get everything started. I'm hoping to hear from my surgeon soon. He did say the last time that I talked to him that he would be checking in with me and we would get together at the halfway point to see where we're at and start formulating a plan for when the chemo is done. So there's a lot of that coming up here in the next little while. All the things. So yeah, but for the most part, doing okay, feeling okay. Yeah, so I hope everyone is doing well. I am doing okay. Like I said, just tired. Always the tired. That is the biggest thing, is the fatigue. It's it can be very overwhelming at times when, you know, like by the time I'm done showering and getting dressed, I'm out of breath and I have to sit down. It's a lot. It's a lot to do. It's a lot to try and deal with. And but yeah, I mean, I'm doing what I can. Like I said, I'm doing a lot of listening to my body. And oh, hi, Jackie. I miss you. Thank you. But yeah, just kind of just doing what I can every day, you know, and listening to my body and napping when I need to nap. My poor husband on the drives to the city, he has absolutely no company because as soon as I hit the car, I'm out and I sleep the whole way there pretty much. And same with coming home. And I know a lot of people would say, you know, like, why don't you move it to Kindersley? Why don't you do it here? But again, I just feel safer there. And Kindersley's Cancer Center, although it is very good, they have 6 chairs, but they only have 1 nurse really that works the cancer pod. And there's a lot of steps in my chemo. Like there's, you know, 5 different bags that have to be changed, and there's filters that have to be added for some bags, and you know, there's just a lot. And just going to them, like, you know, yesterday the nurse that I saw last week with my rash was there to ask me how it was doing this week. And you know, you get to know them, they get to know you, you know, they know where my port is, they know everything that needs to be, you know, that's a part of my treatment. So a lot went into that decision. It wasn't made lightly to continue to do it in Saskatoon. I know it's a lot of driving for my husband, but you know, he is willing to do whatever it takes to get me healthy. So that's what we're going to do. So as always, thank you guys for following my journey. I know for some it's very triggering, and you have reached out to me to say how hard it is for you to watch the video. So you don't. And I understand that completely. I mean, I have a hard time when, you know, if I'm watching YouTube or, you know, scrolling Facebook and something pops up with someone else on a cancer journey, it can be very difficult to watch. But I am hoping that by doing this, I'm helping some people. I'm helping people to learn what it's like to go through this journey, start to finish. You know, we're at that midway point right now. And, oh, thank you. I love you too. You know, we're at that midway point, and, you know, there's still a lot to happen, a lot to get done. So, as always, thank you for following this journey with me. I know it hasn't always been easy, and I love you guys. I love, you know, having this. I've met a lot of people on here who have been through this journey or going through this journey with me, or have loved someone who's gone through this journey. So it's been amazing to have that, that group of people to get to know and share this with. So I hope you all have a great week, and we'll talk soon. I love you guys. Bye.